Thunder Road is a feature film about a police officer having a very funny, nervous breakdown while trying to be a good cop and a good dad in Austin, Texas. It's about a single father going through a custody battle with his estranged wife for his 9-year-old girl, and he humiliates himself at a funeral doing a karaoke version of a Bruce Springsteen song with a weird interpretive dance as this love letter to his mom, and then that dance comes back to haunt him very often. But it has a happy ending. The inspiration for the film came from this drunken hot tub experience I had with a buddy of mine named PJ McCabe, and he was telling me a story about a friend of his who sang a song at a funeral, and I went, oh my God, well, I forget people sing songs at funerals. What did that sound like? It couldn't have sounded good. Did somebody film that? And he goes, no, why would somebody film that? And I was like, oh yeah, sorry, I was so rude. And then I realized that would be just such a great monologue for an actor to just humiliate himself while singing a copywritten song at a funeral and trying to keep it together. And I thought that that would be very funny and dramatic, and I shot it as a short film in 2015, and it won Sundance in 2016, and then we expanded it into the feature that it is today last year. Very peculiar. I never expected for the short film to do as well as it did. I, at best, thought that it would get staff picked on Vimeo. I was like, I've met the Vimeo team at film festivals and shook hands with them, and that might be enough to, get them to at least watch it. I had no aspirations for this thing. I wanted to make something that was me showing off and impressing the in my office. I wanted to make something that, I was making a bunch of comedy sketches that weren't really that funny, and I was like, I want to do something funny. I'm going to do something important, and then spent every commute to work and every commute home practicing it in my car for 2 months. And then when it got into film festivals, I got into Sundance, I got the phone call and cried my eyes out for an hour and a half. I was like, I knew it was good. I knew I was good. And I called everybody in my dress box, being like, thank you for helping me make this thing. And then we won Sundance, and it was a shocker. It was like Rip Van Winkle waking up and being like, really? We're the best? No way, that's crazy, we shouldn't be. I made this in a parking lot with my friends. But then, I don't know, it became a demystification of the film industry for me. It was a really wonderful thing that's valuable, that just making movies with your friends can appear on the world stage. We face every challenge in extending the film. We faced the financing challenge of trying to convince people to give us a little bit of money to make an independent film for a first-time feature film director. It didn't end up happening. We went to Kickstarter and raised $38,000 from friends and family. That was the first part of the budget. And then we gap financed the film through the internet with people who really loved the short film and wanted to help out and bought percentages of the movie to then own forever. And we shot it over 14 days, no time at all, in Austin, Texas, in backyards and in parking lots, in hot cars and in Airbnbs, and edited it myself, learned After Effects to be able to take out the boom pole from some shots. It's just like super small budget generally. And I played 3 songs in the movie, couldn't afford a composer. I was, staying up late making this goddamn thing happen. And we faced almost every problem you could probably face, but we're much better for it now. Exhausting. It feels exhausting having done everything in the movie, but it's great. I feel like when you're working in the film industry and you hire somebody who's a professional at something, you're paying them to care about something, and they can do a mediocre job and that's good enough for them, but it might not be good enough for you. So having to do everything is a great insurance policy that the film isn't going to be mediocre, at least in my case. It's like I couldn't let this scene be really great and then this scene not be really great. So everything had to be perfect, and I was the one who cared about it the most. So it was great value in that. I made my first studio movie called The Werewolf in March in Utah. It's freezing, and it's a horror comedy. It's like Zodiac as a comedy. And I wrote, directed, and starred in it. And that should be coming out later this year or early next year in theaters around the world. And then we're raising money for a movie about data and sex that we're shooting in August in Los Angeles that I'm writing and acting and starring in again. Hopefully not composing this time, but who knows. Learn everything on a film set. Work on as many film sets as you can starting out, work for free, try as hard as you can to learn, to educate yourself on how to do everything. David Fincher worked every position on a film set so that when he became a director, he could say, oh, that's how long it takes to set that light up. I know that I can rehearse for the next 5 minutes with this actor. There's great value in learning everything. And it's free often in working on a film set. Ask questions, use the internet. Don't be scared to Google something if you don't know how to do something, or ask somebody if you don't know how to do something. Reach out to your heroes. Almost all of them are on Instagram, and if they're not on Instagram, you can bet they're on Venmo, and you can just Venmo request them 2 cents to get their 2 cents on your short film. Yeah, just do. That's the weird thing. People just wait around for some opportunity to land in their lap or for somebody to take them seriously. If you're just making stuff, people will start taking you seriously.